Well, we're still on our vacuum quest. We're going to look in Harbor Freight. Nice excuse to come over here and look through the store. And again, my goal is a 12 volt car vacuum, but I don't know if I'm going to find anything. Into Harbor Freight we go. We're continuing our vacuum cleaner shopping mission. So I'm going to ask where the vacuum cleaners are. I'm told they're in aisle 13. I'll straighten the store out so I can walk over there without falling out the edge of the screen. And here we go. Boom, 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 boom. They have all kinds of stuff here. Some of it's really good and some of it's sort of good. A lot of these things I consider light duty tools. That I think if you were professional using these, 8 hours a day, you would maybe spend more, but for the homeowner, home user, whatever, they're perfect. So here we have some different wetbacks. They've got the smaller ones, $42. I don't know. I'll have to check. I've got to find some online reviews from someone I can trust, like not Better Business, but Consumer Reports or something. Look into these. My options are this option, which I kind of don't like, continue to use 110, which means I have to run a cord to the car when I want to vacuum the car. I was thinking I could pick up nice 12 volt one, but so far we haven't found one. So we're looking at these. I expect it's going to cost the same, between $50 and $100. Maybe just having a wetback would be better and just fooling with the extension cord. But I wanted something like if we were out somewhere, I could even vacuum the wheels on the wheelchair to get the dirt off of them. And if you forgot from one of my other videos, my wife is handicapped, the sand that gets carried into the car on the wheels actually is a big problem because it can get into the doors and cause extremely expensive repairs, like $1,000. I speak from experience. So we're looking at these, and I don't know. It's funny, these don't sell they don't have the batteries or charger with them. I suppose that's so you can do different batteries if you want more capacity, or you want them to be lighter, you go with a low capacity battery. I don't know. But does not include battery or charger. That needs a 3 amp battery. But see, that one says the same thing, that you need to buy it separate. So I don't know. I'm not going to give up on the 12 volt idea yet. But we're here now. We might as well look at some other things, because they got lots of things to look at. I'm not even sure what that is. Isn't it funny when you see things and you look at them and you oh, that's a rock tumbler. That's what it was. A rock tumbler. Yeah. That's something I wanted as a kid and never did. My granddaughter has one though. Tumbling rocks, polish them. You put grit in there on the rocks and it spins around for days and it makes a horrible amount of noise. It isn't something you want to have in the house. You want to have it like in the garage or something so you don't have to hear it every moment. Oh, we got glues. We've got different super glues type, not that brand, but we got the Gorilla Glue band, we got the T-Rex tape. We've got a new tape there, that black roll down there that says it's waterproof. Here's some peel and stick reflectors. They look like they could be quite handy for different things, increasing visibility. And here's some of the Gorilla Glue. Well. Oh, and this is the other option. I could get one. I have a inverter like this. It turns 112 into house current, so I could conceivably use that in the car. But then I've either got to hitch it directly to the battery, or which it has clamps, or be concerned with how much power can go through the cigarette lighters. They have in the back there are power ports, which are basically cigarette lighter ports type. Same thing. So you're still running through the system. So I don't know. I gotta look into how much they can handle. Don't want to burn the old car up. Here's some infrared thermometers, non-contact, $24. It's funny, I got one of those non-contact thermometers. The prices were starting to drop at one point, and I got one direct from China for $12. It recently got water damaged and no longer works, but it did work for a long time. You know, the thing about those that you don't realize until you buy one and look at it is the pattern spreads out really far. So you can't really take a temperature of something that's 10 feet away unless you're doing like a whole wall. If you were to just, say, point it at a door 10 feet away, it might not include only the door. It might include some of the area around. So, you know, it's like it's got the laser to be precise, but it would be better if it could show the whole area, you know, that it's in. They've got some cut glove here, which are interesting. I was talking about them in one of the videos. Although these are rubberized, which could be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on what you're doing. They're the A5s, which means that's a pretty good level of cut resistance. And so that's what you need to do when you're working with sharp things. And I suppose the kind of grippy thing you could see there that they're dipped in or made on would also be waterproof to some extent. So if you're handling wet things, maybe, I don't know. But here's the old ammo cans. My dad actually had a real surplus army can that he kept things in, down, buried in the cellar. Believe it or not, we had a hand cellar and he had things down there. He had a large coin collection. And unfortunately, later on, the value dropped out of coins completely. So he ended up as, you know, it was kind of like his retirement money, just like all the unbelievable amount of stuff he collected and had in the big barn that we had. He started selling things as he needed money during the retirement. You know, you need hearing aids, you need this bill, you need that. And so he sold things off. Rubber bands, I need those for my Monarch butterfly project of growing milkweeds. Hopefully I'll show you a video with that soon, and we'll see if I can be successful in that. The idea is to actually get a bunch of seeds rather than have them blow away. Oh, look at that. There's a slingshot up there. They had a little cheap drone there too. These little meters here do work. They're only like $6. If, you know, occasional use things are great. You can diagnose problems. These are test leads that have alligator clips on both ends, which can be very handy too. I thought they were to plug into the meter above, but they are not. But here's all the stuff to do with electronics and things over here. What have we got? We've got some tarps. Oh, we got some magnifying lenses and things. I have a battery I bought from here for fishing, battery fishing, and I never actually used it. Gonna take some, it's a 150-pound pole, so I'm gonna, you know, get some paracord, you know, do a couple loops so the, you know, the cord has to be way stronger than 150 pounds if you're gonna pull something up, you know, but hopefully it latches onto something small, that you're not adding a lot of weight. Or the other thing that could happen is it attaches to something that's fixed, and then you've got to be able to pull 150 pounds plus to get it undone. Here we've got some of the drills, bits, kits. Oh, but there we go. All kinds of things. So let's continue on here and see what else we see. I'll show you the things I picked up, because sometimes I don't have the camera on when I'm actually buying, you know, picking up things I want, sticking them in my basket. Oh, there's a 4-way chuck key. Oh my goodness, I hear a parrot in here. A parrot? Hello? What's up there?
Hi.
You hear him? He said hi. Hi, how are you doing? Now I just gotta find him. He's hiding in there. Is he hiding in the goods? Let me see if we can get him to talk again. Hi. He says, oh, I'm wise to that. I'm not gonna talk twice. He's like Mr. Ed. He won't speak when you want him to. He knows when I have the cell phone too. But you heard him once. So that's pretty good. Consider yourself lucky. So, more and more stuff. So here we go. We're continuing on and on and on and on. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little walk through here. I'm just going back, picking up an item here or there. Look at that. Look at that size of that. $2,000. Yeah, I'm looking back at the power. I almost decided to buy one.
Wonder how many amps.
And then I just think,
See, that's a concern.
you know, the 3-gallon one,
too much power.
that motor on it, where it's so much smaller,
more than
might
the-
not be powerful enough.
Can deliver the
It could be okay too.
light
What do I know?
port. I might have to hitch directly to the battery.
Power. Yeah, we're gonna lift these
Oh,
up.
goodness.
I mean, I guess
More
it's for
research needs
occasional
to be
use.
done.
It isn't like I'm gonna have to do it every day, but I do want to once, you know, we're there just to keep it out. Oh, here's some wire strippers, crimpers that I bought. $4, I think. Yeah, $3.99. So we're gonna get that. So what did we get? Elastics. I'm going to be collecting milkweed seeds this year. I'm going to try to. And what they suggest is when the pods just start to crack, you put an elastic around it. That way they can dry completely in the pod, and they won't fly all over the place and not be there for you to get them. So this is a 3 lifetime supply of elastic bands. How many of you are familiar with Threadlight? The company that kind of made it famous was Loctite. But this is a substance you put in where you're going to screw something or fasten something, and it makes it not prone to vibrate out. In other words, it's kind of like, you could think of it as like poster glue. Put something there and you can take it off again. With this, you can put it in, and you can still, with hand tools, get it out, but it holds it securely so that vibration won't be an issue. And so I've got a use for that. They have different grades. You want to make sure if you expect to get it, you know, back, you use a medium. They have one that's basically permanent. In other words, you put that in the screw, you know, or whatever fastener you're using, and it's not going to come undone. Then we have our two types of super glue. We have our regular super glue, but then if you're working with something a little more porous or it doesn't mate perfectly, they have the gel. Now, one of the fallacies with super glue is that it's brittle when it dries. So if you do something like with your glasses with them, chances are that will fall back apart because while it holds something tight, it's still kind of brittle. So if you did one of the arms on eyeglasses with this, you know, in regular use, that might snap again. So, but the two types. Okay, then we're kind of getting back into electronics a little. So one thing I notice I can't find or don't seem to have is a wire stripper, and this one's a crimper too. So we'll give that a try too, and that's pretty much it. So the stuff you just saw there were $14. I actually didn't have a coupon I could use on these. But there we go. Bye.